Good morning, everyone. This is Charles Folkart on March 22nd, 2017. I want to welcome everyone, especially those of you who are new and those of you who have subscribed. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, I would appreciate it if you would. We want to get to that 1,000 mark, and we have other options we can use at that time. And this video this morning is on the flat earth, and it's on the non-whites that have come out in favor, or at least in public they're expressing their opinion that they think or they believe the earth is not a spinning spear. And I find that very interesting, and I've mentioned this before, and the lack of leadership by the white race in this country is just appalling. And you can watch some of my other videos on that subject, on that topic. White people are so afraid to go against the grain, to come out in front on these important issues. I think not all of us, not everyone. There are a lot of great leaders in the Caucasian race. Don't get me wrong, and there's a lot of people that aren't even on the internet that are probably great leaders. But on the topic, the issue of whether the earth is a spinning spear and the heliocentric model is the correct model, the white Christian, Judeo-Christian leaders, and even the well, I'll just leave it there, though. Judeo-Christian leaders are nowhere to be found. Kent Hovind, who was very good anti-evolution, he's nowhere near supporting the flat earth idea at all. He can't do it. I think it's because he spent time in prison. I think there's certain things these men that go to prison, they can't talk about. They get out early, or it's one of their conditions, and I think Ken Hovind is in that group. I also think there's another fellow cult leader in the Christian identity movement that is not allowed to talk about certain subjects, and he's a bozo. He likes to call people clowns, but he's a bozo. But we won't go there, shall we? Anyway, let's move on. I want to show you where I'm coming from here, and first of all, I want you to look at this definition of government at Wikipedia. Let's go have a look, shall we? So here we are real quick at Wikipedia. It's a credible source for you shills. And it says a government is a system by which a state or community is controlled. Controlled is the key word there. And let's go have another look at the origin of the word government. I'm not going to play this video. You can come back here later if you like to watch this. This fella explains the idea that the government is actually mind control, and he is 100% correct. Over here on the right hand side we have E. G. Edward Griffin, the author of The Creature from Jekyll Island. He talks about mind control, television, sports. They control your mind. I don't I think that my mind hasn't been as controlled as most people I meet because I haven't watched Helmet Vision. I'm not a Hollywood guy. I don't watch movies that much. And when I do, it's only to see how we're being controlled. But most Americans, all you got to do to fool an American is show them an image and have somebody important like a Walter Cronkite or a Katie Couric or a Bill O'Reilly or a Hannity or whoever, Wolfowitz, tell them what it means and they believe it. They're so busy with their jet skis, their snowmobiles, their NBA basketball, their football, their baseball, all the other entertainment they got that they just accept it. That's how the government actually controls people. They use the media now because the same people who control the media also control the government. So I want to show you here that I think this is very, very interesting, entertaining as all get out. And that is the blacks, the non-whites that have come out in publicly stated that they believe that the earth is flat. Let's go have a look at that, shall we? So here's one of the guys here. His name is Wilson Chandler. I had to look this up because I don't know any of these guys. The only one I knew by name was Shaquille O'Neal, and who wouldn't know his name? Famous NBA player. And then there's Draymond Green. He's come out. He's a flat earther. Then we have Kyrie Irving. He's come out as a flat earther. He's one of the first NBA basketball players to come out in his belief, or with his belief, the earth is flat. And then we have the rapper Boob or Bob, or however you want to pronounce that. He came out even before the NBA players, and everybody kind of laughed, thought it was pretty funny. And here's this black rapper coming out and flat earther, ha ha ha. And if I'm not mistaken, this Tila Tequila was one of the first. She's not actually black. She's only part black, but she's non-white. And she was one of the first ones to come out flat earther. Everybody laughed because she's a ex-porn star or, porn, her background. Ha ha. These people are really dumb, But here we go. They're all starting to come out of the woodwork. And one last one. And the giant Shaquille O'Neal, he's come out just in the last week or two, and he's a flat earther now. And let's go have a look at what he has to say. So here we are at some blog here, pathos.com or Pathos. Anyway, this is what Shaquille O'Neal says. Yes, it's true. The earth is flat. The earth is flat. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Listen. There's 3 ways to manipulate the mind. This guy's smarter than most white people I know. What do you read, what you see, and what you hear? In school, the first thing they teach us is, quote, "Oh, Columbus discovered America, but when he got there were some fair-skinned people with long hair smoking on the peace pipes." So what does that tell you? Columbus didn't discover America. And I say the same thing about the moonshot. You got Neil Armstrong getting off the ladder, but you got somebody else already on the moon taking a picture. And the stupid white people say, well, they had a camera on the lunar lander on both sides. They always got some excuse or some absurd reason for these pictures, and they just can't accept the fact that we didn't go to the moon. And here's a black guy telling us that Columbus didn't discover America. I mean, that's pretty obvious. There was men traveling the world. There was white men, Israelites, traveling the world during the times of King David and King Solomon. Brazil is the Hebrew word for iron ore, B-R-Z-L, and that's just one example. But let's go on here. So he says, hey, I drive from coast to coast. Now, he's just going to use his common sense, which a lot of white people don't have anymore. He says, I drive from coast to coast. And why is a rich basketball player having to drive from Florida to California. I have no idea why he doesn't fly, but he drives. Maybe he can't fit into the plane. It's too tall, okay? So I drive from coast to coast, and this shit is flat to me. I'm just saying. I drive from Florida to California all the time, and it's flat to me. I do not go up and down in a 360-degree angle and all that stuff about gravity. Have you looked outside Atlanta lately and seen all these buildings? You mean to tell me that China is under us? China is under us? It's not. The world is flat. He's got more common sense than most white people I know. And here's another one. I think this guy's name is Green, Draymond Green. And a recent Kyrie Irving comment mentioning his belief that the world is flat spurred the conversation. A bunch of players were asked about it. Warriors forward Draymond Green didn't disagree. I don't know, Green said. I haven't done much research or enough research, but it may be flat. And then the article, the person who wrote the article says, forget all scientific evidence or the images from space around Earth. And then he says, who's to say that picture is telling the truth? Green asked. Exactly. Okay, I can make a round picture with my iPhone today and make it look round. So, I don't know. I'm not saying I think it's flat or round. I don't know, but it could be. Oh boy. So you white people, you keep clinging to your view that the Earth is a spinning sphere and the heliocentric model is the correct because hey, everybody else thinks it is, so it's got to be right. That's the appeal to. That's the logical fallacy appeal to popularity we talked about in the last video. And, you know, so many white people are afraid to come out. They're afraid to get the arrows in their chest. And they want to wait until everyone else, all their friends, think it's a good idea or agree with them because of peer pressure and whatever. And Judeo-Christian leaders, man, they ain't nowhere to be found, are they, on this subject? This is the world we all live on, and we've been duped for 500 years. And there's no prominent white person that I know of, no Caucasian prominent, you know, in the public. There are Israelites. Many of the individuals in the Christian that are true Bible-believing Christians are in the Israelite identity movement, if you want to put it that way, and they believe the earth is level playing field, and they do not believe in the spinning spear. There are others, I won't mention names, but they refuse to go anywhere near this, and that just shows me that they're not really leaders. They're cult leaders, but they don't have the courage to come out in public and state their view and make a stand. The Bible is a flat earth book. It's been that way since the very beginning of Genesis. There's a firmament over the earth. Call it the ionosphere, call it the firmament, call it the dome. It's there. It hasn't gone away in the flood like I was led to believe. And they don't have the courage to come out. Kent Hovind is a good example. So here's my playlist, or I don't know if it's a playlist, but here's a few of the videos I have about Dr. Ross and Kent Hovind. And something's wrong with my Firefox not responding, so I can't show you. There's some other videos below here. You can search for Kent Hovind if you want to watch those. Another one is Dr. Hugh Ross. He's an astrophysicist, PhD. He won't go anywhere near this, and he's going to be put to shame by a bunch of non-white, non-Christian NBA athletes and a porn actress or whatever. You don't have to act in that stuff, and then the boob Bob, the rapper. Oh boy, this the history of the flat Earth movement is going to come out and say, where were all the white people? Anyway, hey, thank you very much for watching. It's if you benefit from these videos, I would ask you to consider subscribing, and we can have a lot more fun when we get to that 1,000 mark, as I mentioned many times before. And if you receive a benefit from this, there's a cost and a benefit to everything. I'm incurring the cost, and perhaps you, if you're incurring the benefit, you would consider participating in the cost. Thank you very much for watching. Embrace the love of the truth. It'll keep you from getting duped by Duke, and it'll keep you from being duped by the spinning spirit. And may the grace of God our Father, the creator of the level plane, non-spinning sphere, may his grace be upon us all. For we certainly need it. See ya.